Happy late lunch hour, guys. Okay, it's Thursday, and God, your money. Here we go again. Paying attention to what's going on. The market's getting hammered again, down 400 points or whatever. And where is it all coming from? It's the banking industry is getting bludgeoned today. Here we are, a couple of days after Jamie Dimon, CEO of Chase, coming out and saying, "Oh, everything's okay. This is the last one." The Biden administration saying the U.S. banking industry is strong, yada, 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 right? Okay. Yeah, First Republic Bank, that's been in the news here lately. We're down 11% this morning. The stock is down to 30 cents. Okay. But then we get the other ones, right? How about Pacific West? This is one we've talked about before. They're down 50% today. Okay. Western Alliance Bancorp, there's another one we talked about, a month ago, saying run far, run fast. They're down 40% today, okay? Anybody know what they all have in common? Let's see, First Republic, California, Western Alliance, Phoenix, Pacific West Bancorp, California. These are all overseen, regulated by the San Francisco Fed, okay? My question, who's regulating the regulators? Because we have a whole bunch of people who apparently don't know how to do their job, not watching over the banks that are imploding right in front of us. Now, let me ask you this. If I gave you the names of, Ketanji Brown Jackson, or Karine Jean-Pierre, or, Pete Buttigieg, maybe Kamala Harris, what do they all have in common? Would you say they were DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion hires, completely unqualified for the jobs in which they were put in? Yeah, okay. You want to take a guess who the president of the San Francisco Fed is? It's a lady by the name of Mary Daly, okay? Mary Daly has exactly this much experience in banking and managing risk. 0. She is the president of the San Francisco Federal Reserve and has no experience at all in banking or in risk management. How do you get into that type of position? Oh, it ain't who you know, it's who you, that would be Kamala Harris. But she might be pretty close, and I'll explain why, okay? Mary Daly is not exactly what you'd call the sharpest tool in the box, okay? She's not a banker. She's not a risk management person. She's not an actuary. She's nothing, okay? She is a climate change warrior, a George Floyd Black Lives Matter advocate. Her priorities are solving the inequities between blacks and whites. She's a big proponent of LGBTQ rights, which she is a member of that group. We'll get to that in a second, okay? And a whole bunch of other woke crap, none of which has anything to do with managing money. Now, I want to give you this. She is the president of the San Francisco Fed again. She did not graduate high school. She eventually got her GED while working at a donut shop and eventually wound up getting a PhD, okay, from Syracuse of all places. She got hired at the San Francisco Fed as a labor inequality researcher, okay? Nothing to do with banking, as a, how would Barack Obama put it, a social activist, a community organizer. That was what she was, labor inequality researcher. Well, guess who was the president of the San Francisco Fed at that time? Janet Yellen, okay? So Miss Daly cozied up to Janet Yellen and worked her way up the chain to eventually take over the San Francisco Fed when Janet Yellen wound up moving on along. Treasury Secretary, okay? With no banking experience, no actuary experience, and no risk management experience whatsoever, okay? this is the insanity we've got going on. The people that are making the decisions for your money, my money, the southern border, I mean, they have such tunnel vision of this woke crap that they are putting your life, my life at risk, not only physically, but financially, certainly emotionally. I mean, anybody see all the chaos that's going on anywhere? You know, gee, so-and-so walked down the street today and was stabbed in the back. You know, so-and-so was in Target and was shot today. You know, so-and-so got in a fight with took somebody else's parking spot, and so they blew up their car. I mean, that's literally where we are. People are on such a short fuse anymore that anything is setting them off, okay? I mean, here you have Daley, who came out and said that inflation wasn't a problem, okay? Well, yeah, things are a little bit more expensive, but, you know, I don't have to, you know, I don't mind making a few changes in my lifestyle to, you know, because things are more expensive. Well, that's pretty easy when you make $422,000 a year, which the rest of us can't even come close to touching, okay? But this is the deal. Who else is in charge? I mean, let's look at all these people. I mean, turn on C-SPAN one day a week and look who Congress is investigating. Gee, is it the FBI? Is it the ATF? Is it the DEA? Is it the Department of Justice? Blah, blah, you know, and look at the cast of characters that they are bringing up to question. I mean, these people are dumb as a box of rocks. Define a woman. I can't. Okay. You know, what was the you know, John Kennedy from Louisiana, you know, asking potential federal judges, can you tell me something about the Constitution? I'm not familiar with that. How the hell are you up to be a federal judge if you don't know the Constitution? Okay? Seriously? We've got people now in, you know, and stuff like this comes up, running the Federal Reserve with no banking experience. I've already told you, Jerome Powell and Janet Yellen are just complete morons. You guys know that. I don't have to tell you that. All right. And like I've said many times, I mean, all Biden does, you know, the first rule of a president is hire people that are stupider than you. And he managed to find enough of them to do this. But this is all of us. Guys, the market's in trouble. We are going into a recession. If we are not already into it, we are going into a bad, bad recession. You know, more job cuts being talked about, more layoffs all over the place, the price of everything going up, stagflation is real. Our lovely GDP is at 1.4%. Remember Obama asking Donald Trump, what do you have, a magic wand to get it back above 3? Apparently Trump had a magic wand because he got it up around 4. Biden came in and went, snap, let me take it back, putting us in a poorhouse. This is it, guys. We need to really pay attention to what's going on. And these idiots with their woke ideology who are screwing all of us. You know, we can say all that we want. I'm not buying Bud Light because they went woke. I'm not watching Disney because they went woke. I can't use money because money's gone woke. I mean, start thinking about this. This is 4 or 5 banks, okay, under her watch that are gone under or on the verge of going under, all right? Everybody says, oh, this is all planned. Well, it's pretty easy to plan when you put utterly incompetent people in charge of anything. I mean, this woman doesn't have the qualification to sit there and be AOC's manager in a bar, you know, but, you know, both of them would be overqualified for their job or underqualified for their jobs. Guys, pay attention. Get your financial house in order, okay? This is the kind of shit that's screwing us big time. I know, you're going to hear me say it again. If you have the ability, get the cash, put it in your house, and if you've got too much, put it in gold and silver. Pinball out.